I think it's time. I think it is time. We are going to be doing an in-depth bookshelf tour today. You are going to see every single book that I own, the way my shelves are all set up and everything like that. I have not done a video like this ever. And I've wanted to do this video for a while. I've actually filmed this video quite a couple times and I just didn't like the way that it turned out. But that does not matter. We are doing the in-depth bookshelf tour, so buckle up, kiddos. Let's get started. This is what the book corner looks like. We've got the two shelves on this side that are my read books, and the two shelves on this side are all of the unread books, and my vanity in the middle right there. Everything looks cute, but firstly I have my little TBR for the month here. I am currently reading Meet Me at the Lake, and I also want to read Charmed Thirds, Forever Never, Circe, Tell Me How to Be, Five Total Strangers, A Court of Mist and Fury, and Eyes on Me. These are the books that I have for my physical TBR this month. And now we are on to the first set of bookshelves here. Like I said, these are all of my read books slash decor. So up top here are all of my classic books. I say that with quotes. I have For Whom the Bell Tolls, the works of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I have a little crown that I won in a pageant, a little fake plant that my cats definitely have chewed on. And then I have all my classics. My mom bought me The Secret Garden and Black Beauty, the Divine Comedy that I read in the actual Italian in school, the complete fairy tales of Hans Christian Andersen, Jane Eyre that I got for my birthday from one of my fiance's friends, so sweet, The Little Prince, The Things I Carried, Fahrenheit 451. These two books have changed my brain chemistry. I absolutely love them. The Color of Water, Song of Solomon is such a good classic. If you haven't read it, you need to read it. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut that my fiance actually bought for me before we started dating. Love that. Catcher in the Rye, one of my all-time favorites. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, 1984, and Go Tell It on the Mountain. Then I have this cute little vase that I'm going to be using for my wedding, and also this cute little mirror right here that I also am using for my wedding centerpieces. The next shelf is one of my favorites. It is just so aesthetically pleasing. I have the Hooked series by Emily McIntyre right up here, and I have another crown and some candle holders and a beautiful framed photo of me and my fiance from our engagement photos that he bought me. So cute. The next shelf down is my Twisted series shelf and also my Mile High shelf. I actually just got this copy of Mile High at Barnes & Noble's a couple days ago, and they didn't have any of the other ones in the series, so I need to get those. I have a little antique clock from my parents' house, and this cute little box that was actually for my birthday gift, but it actually has a whole bunch of things that I want to donate in it to Savers. I kind of just put books and things like that I'm going to donate to Savers in that box just to hide them before I take them to Savers. That box is not going to live there forever. It just lives there for now. And then we move on to my little fantasy shelf that I love so much. My beautiful black sprayed copies of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I love those books so much. My favorite fantasy series growing up, The Golden Compass. I actually have not read The Subtle Knife or The Amber Spyglass yet, but I really, really want to. I loved The Golden Compass. This is a little succulent holder, and I thought it was going to come with fake succulents in it, but it didn't. So it just lives there. I need to get some fake succulents for it. And then I have this beautiful embosser that my friend bought me for my birthday. It says From the Library of, and then my name on it. It's so cute. Then I have this little world paperweight here. It was my dad's. And then I have the little Harry Potter series from my cousin that has Hogwarts on the side. I loved Harry Potter growing up so freaking much. And then I found The Tales of the Beetle and the Bard and Quidditch Through the Ages literally at Savers for like $3 in like a cute little classic set. And then I have a little BB-8 here. He's so cute. So next up is my literary fiction shelf. I have this beautiful gold A-frame stand that I'm actually going to be using for my wedding. But for now, it displays one of my favorite books that I've read this year, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. If you have not read that book, You need to. It is life-changing. And then all of my other literary fiction books. Do you think I cried too long? I actually got this from the author. She sent it to me from TikTok because I do a lot of book reviews on TikTok. She left me a little note in it and it's so freaking cute. Then I have So Be It. Oh, these books never stay up. So Be It. The Very Nice Box, which I didn't think I was going to like. I got it as a blind date with a book. How We Name the Stars. This book is literally iconic. I saw it on a Barnes & Noble's table and the cover just got me. You need to read it. They both die at the end. I have not read the sequel yet. Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. 13 Reasons Why. Go Ask Alice. Your Voice Is All I Hear. Tuesdays with Maury. The Song of Achilles. The Outsiders. The Secret Life of Bees. And The Perks of Being a Wallflower. And we slide down to a little bit of romance. So I have this cute little decor piece that my friend bought me for my birthday. It's absolutely adorable. And then my lovely collection of Sarah Dessen novels that I love. The Truth About Forever used to be literally my favorite book of all time. But I have Someone Like You, Dreamland, Saint Anything, Lock and Key, This Lullaby, Keeping the Moon. Just Listen was another classic of my youth and Along for the Ride. And then we move into my adult romance that I've read. Icebreaker, Love in the Time of Serial Killers, Credence, which I still don't know if I want to keep this book or not. Let me know. Looking for Alaska, Waiting for You. Looking for Alaska was so iconic to me. I need to reread it. When It Happens, If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her, The Way I Hate Him, which this book was like watching Jersey Shore. I just could not look away at the train wreck that it was. And then Canadian Boyfriend. I didn't think I was gonna like that book, but it was actually really cute. And then down the bottom here is just a whole bunch of random kind of books that don't really have a home. This is filled with boudoir photos, makeup books, The 5 Love Languages, The Greatest Secrets. And then these are all my poetry books in the middle. Make Lemonade, Homebody, The Sun and Her Flowers, Milk and Honey, Pillow Thoughts, The Tears That Taught Me, Love, Volume 1 and 2. My little sister's poetry book is in here as well. Anywho, I Love You, which that is such a gorgeous book. It has photos and poetry in it from the author, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Then I have a couple of Connor Franta books, Note to Self, House Fires. And then I have a whole bunch of Amanda Lovelace poetry books because I absolutely adore her. We have Flower Crowns and Fearsome Things, Shine Your Icy Crown, Unlock Your Storybook Heart, The Mermaid's Voice Returns in this one, The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one, and The Princess Saves Herself in this one. And then it's kind of like memoirs slash more lit fic. I have The Glass Castle, which was absolutely earth-shattering. If you have not read it, it will hurt your feelings, but you need to read it. Townie by Andrew Dubois III. I read this in college, and I absolutely loved it. I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. All Souls by Michael Patrick McDonald. How Music Works, which is literally, again, about how music works, and I'm a big music nerd, so. And then I have a couple of Jodi Picoult books, Handle with Care, 19 Minutes, and My Sister's Keeper. I loved all 3 of those. Those are the only Jodi Picoult books that I have read. I don't know if I'm saying that right, if it's Jodi Picoult or Jodi Picoult. Let me know down in the comments. Moving on to the next bookshelf, it is my Frida McFadden shelf. If you know anything about me, I absolutely love Frida McFadden. Never Lie, again, on display because it is my favorite. I have the whole Housemaid series right here, and then I have The Locked Door, The Inmate, One by One, The Ex, and The Teacher. There are a couple more Frida McFadden books that I read, like The Coworker, that I just did not vibe with, so I donated her. And then moving on to the next shelf down is my thriller shelf here. I have a photo of my dad playing guitar. I don't know why, I just thought it looked really cute there. These are all of my thrillers. I have One of Us is Lying, one of the first books that I read when I got back into reading. Same with A Flicker in the Dark. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. Listen, I love Karen Slaughter. She is absolutely incredible, and this book is so messed up, but it's a great read. Then She Was Gone, Murder in the Family, which I had on my TBR for so long and I finally read it. It's literally a book that, it's a whodunit book, but you have to figure out who did it before the book tells you. It gives you like all the evidence and all the clues and everything like that, and you have to figure out who done it. Murder Road, that I read for one of my book clubs, The Last Flight, that was on my TBR for a while. Stone Maidens, this book was actually written by a guy, and I saw his video on TikTok, and I need to get his other book. It was actually really good. It's like Bone style kind of book. The Wife Between Us, I actually bought this book in Portland for my anniversary at a small bookstore in Portland. The Lies I Tell, this one was really, really good too. Obviously a classic, Gone Girl, The Silent Patient, and then The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. That book was okay. And then this shelf is a little empty because it's more fantasy based. Of course, I have A Court of Thorns and Roses. And of course, I haven't read any of the other ones in the series, but there's room for her. A little tiki cat that I got for my birthday. It's a little drink holder, but I just use some as decor. And then a photo from our engagement shoot. And then we get into more romantic books down here. I have my little Colleen Hoover section. I know, don't come for me. Colleen Hoover is a really great palette cleanser. Frankly, I have this beautiful frame here that my fiance got me for our anniversary, and the photo actually turns. There's a photo on both sides of us. And then my Taylor Jenkins Reid little corner. I absolutely love her. So I have One True Loves, Daisy Jones and the Six, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and Malibu Rising. And as far as my Colleen Hoover, it ends with us, it starts with us. Verity, Regretting You, Heartbones, and Ugly Love. And then we dive into a little bit more romance, more like series down here. The Things We Never Got Over, Things We Hide from the Light, and Things We Left Behind. The Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score, I absolutely adored. I read through these books so freaking fast. I still think that the first one is my favorite, but let me know which one's your favorite. And then the Dreamland Billionaire series, my fiance bought this for me for Christmas. My favorite by far has to be the last one, Final Offer. It was so freaking good. And then, of course, one of my other favorites, Abby Jimenez. We have the Part of Your World little series here, the interconnected standalones. And yes, it does annoy me that these don't line up, but it's totally fine. We have Part of Your World, yours truly, and the best one of the series, Just for the Summer. Iconic. And then down here on the bottom is another kind of empty shelf for series. Of course, you see that I have the Praise book here. It's the first one in the Salacious Players Club series. I have not read the rest, but I have them. And then I have the Sloppy First series here that I've read the first two, and the third one that's on my TBR for the month. And I have this cute little Patron plastic. It's also a cup, but it's adorable. So I've just left it there because I don't really know what to do with it. And we are moving on to the other side. This is my physical TBR right here. I know it's kind of a hot mess, but let's dive in. So up top here, I have my little recording Yeti mic and another vase that I want to use for my wedding with some cute little flowers in it. And all of the classics that I haven't read yet, like Slaughterhouse. Oh, I did read Slaughterhouse 5. I don't know why it's over here. But Slapstick, Beloved, Catch-22, Old School, Breakfast of Champions, The Bluest Eye, The Great Gatsby that I never finished, The Kite Runner, Animal Farm, Lord of the Flies that I also never finished, Atlas Shrugged, The Fountainhead, The Color Purple, and Let the Circle Be Unbroken that I think is the follow-up to Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry. Don't quote me on that, but I don't have that one, so that's why that one's been sitting there. And then we slide over. I have a cute little candlestick from Five Below, picture of my fiance and his friends, a little basket back there that I'm also using for my wedding that holds all of my guitar strings, and then all of my little music books right up there. It's a chord book, Writing Better Lyrics, and the guitar handbook. My TBR is literally wild, and it's totally fine. I just can't help it. So up here is more like romance kind of books that I have. So I have the rest of the Salacious Players Club series here. Mercy, Give Me More, Highest Bidder, and Madame. I literally cannot wait to read these. I've been biding my time on reading them because I don't want the series to be over. Then I have You Again. This one is actually based off of When Harry Met Sally, and if you know me, I love that movie. And then I have Tangled Up in You, Young Rich Widows that I'm really excited to read. It's literally about, obviously, young rich widows who go down in a plane crash. Then we have some more Taylor Jenkins Reid, Forever Interrupted, Maybe Another Life, and After I Do. Then we have A Love Like the Sun. I don't really even remember what this is about, but I saw it on the Barnes & Noble's 50% off table and loved the cover. And then we have How to End a Love Story, Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, People We Meet on Vacation. I have not read an Emily Henry book, So I have a couple on here, but we'll see if I like her or not. I have a feeling I'm not going to. And then we have Birthday Girl by Penelope Douglas. The Accidental Pinup I got from a small bookstore. It was like $5, and it's about a curvy girl who accidentally becomes a pinup model, and it's awesome. Then we have The Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. Cute that I'm obsessed with because she is gay. And I just need a nice little sapphic romance novel in my life. And then we have A Walk to Remember. Of course, I've seen the movie, but I wanted to read the book. We have Late Bloomer, which is also a sapphic romance that I'm really excited for. She owns a flower farm. It's giving. Then we have Lo-Fi. I actually just bought this book, and I bought it because of the cover, but it's giving Daisy Jones and the Six. It's about a girl who is like a struggling artist in Nashville. Then we have Mr. Wrong Number. My fiance actually picked this one out for me. And then we go into more romance books here. So I have a picture of me and my fiance on our engagement shoot. I don't know why she's so blurry. And then a picture of my parents. So cute. But behind that, I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. That's my second Emily Henry book. Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. I read All the Little Raindrops by her. Wasn't really a fan, but we'll see if Archer's Voice gets to me like it does everyone else. Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This is my first Elle Kennedy book. Of course, she's got the blue sprayed edges. We'll see how I like Elle Kennedy. And then I have more Abby Jimenez here, the Happy Ever After playlist and Life's Too Short. There's a third book in that series. Oh, it's over here, The Friend Zone. Literally cannot wait to read this. Delilah Green Does Not Care. I've heard really good things about this book from TikTok. And again, it is a sapphic romance, so we love that. This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan is the follow-up to Before I Let Go, and I'm absolutely obsessed. She's blurring because it's trying to focus on the photo. And then we have Unsteady by Peyton Corinne. I've wanted this book for a while. I'm a hockey romance girl, but I've heard incredibly good things about this book. It's has substance to it. It's not just smutty hockey. And then we have the next two books in the Sloppy First series, Forthcomings and Perfect Fifths, and that'll round out the series for me. And I know these two books are not in the same cover as the other ones, but it's fine. And then we have Beautiful Misfits, which I got from the small indie bookstore. And of course, we have Wildfire and Daydream, the follow-ups to Icebreaker that I literally cannot wait to read, especially this one. It's about Henry. Ugh, love. We have Catch the Sun by Jennifer Hartman. I thought this book sounded interesting, but also the orange sprayed edges are actually just gorgeous. And then we have Enemies that my fiance actually picked out as well. Look at that cover. Then I have back here a candle that smells amazing. It's a Sand and Fog candle in Ocean Mist from my friend's bridesmaids box. And then she also got me this cute little bridesmaids bookmark from Etsy. It's adorable. The next shelf actually isn't even books at all. It's literally just makeup, all of my different makeup palettes. And I just thought it was really cute to be displayed. They've all kind of fallen down because, frankly, my cats love to be in this shelf. And then I tried to make this shelf lit thick, but it's kind of just evolved into whatever fits. So I have Perfect Match by Jodi Picoult, A Little Life that I still haven't gotten to, A Man Called Ove, The Tattoo of Auschwitz, The Hate You Give that I, for some reason, still haven't read yet, Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls, The Giver, which I have read, but I need to reread it in order to read Gathering Blue, and The Messenger here. Flipped, one of my favorite books as a kid. Does anyone else actually remember reading this book as a kid where you actually physically had to flip the book upside down to read the second part? It doesn't do it in this one, but I wanted to reread a book from my childhood. All the Light We Cannot See, The Greatest Beer Run Ever, Go Set a Watchman, which I need to reread To Kill a Mockingbird to read that. The Blind Side, Wicked, Girl Walks Out of a Bar, which is a memoir, and I'm really excited for that. Charlie St. Cloud, I've seen the movie, I've never read the book. Uglies and Pretties, which was a staple of my high school career, but I never read the other ones, just these ones. The Nightingale is still on my list. Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory. Michaela Samantri actually talked about this book a while ago, and it's one of my TBR since, and I found it at Savers, so I picked her up. And then Gone So Long by Andrew Dubois III. I wanted to read this, and I soft DNF'd it, frankly, because I just could not get into it. But he's a really good author, so I'm going to try again. I think I also wanted this shelf to be lit fic, and it kind of is, I guess, but it's fine. So I have The Help, Yellowface, Vanishing Half. It's kind of a funny story, which I've read, but I would really like to reread. Be Mine Forever by Kennedy Ryan. I just want to read everything Kennedy Ryan, frankly. The Violent Conspiracy, Beartown. I've heard such incredible things about Beartown, and I really want to read it. This one is actually my fiance's book that he picked up at Savers. He really wanted to read it. I think it's a football player that wrote this. Street Woman. This one's Daddy. It's just like stories. Speak, that I want to reread. Small Sacrifices, Dicey Song, The Shadow of Perseus, Run, Rabbit, or Rabbit Run, sorry. Where the Crawdads Sing, Magic Hour, Firefly Lane. I watched the show and I need to read the book, but I'm trying to forget about the show before I read this book. The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Things I Wish I Told My Mother, that I also picked up on the Barnes & Noble's buy one, get one table. Dear Nobody, which I need to reread. The Goldfinch, which is a huge book. I'm scared of her, and the writing's so tiny. Like, she's so tiny. And then I have Silver Star by Jeanette Walls. Oh, I'm gonna need to put this down to put this back. And then this last shelf is just kind of random stuff. So the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series, I don't even know if I still have all those books. I read the first one so long ago that I need to reread it to reread all the books. A cute little decor, I Love You to the Moon and Back. Then we have You're Not Waking Up, You're Not Dying, You're Just Waking Up, What I Didn't Learn in Business School, Badass Habits. I know, I still have that. I still haven't read it. I read the first one. From Beauty to Business, and The World of Witchcraft of Book of Tarot, that I just keep here because I need to know what tarot cards mean. And then up here is my thriller TBR. I'm a big thriller reader. I've been reading more romance this summer, and I feel like thriller is gonna be my vibe for the fall, so hopefully we get to some of these. I have The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter, The Family Upstairs, Before You're Innocent. Ugh, I want to read this book so freaking bad. None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I've also heard that's incredible. Girl Forgotten, The Paris Apartment, First Lie Wins, Luckiest Girl Alive. I watched on Netflix, but I want to read the book. I think this one has Mila Kunis. No, okay, it doesn't have Mila Kunis on the cover. 0 Days. I've heard really good things about Ruth Ware. I've never read one of the books. We Were Liars, of course, because TikTok told me to. One of Us Is Next, because I read the first one. The Good Girl, A Simple Favor. I watched that. That has Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively in it, and it was so freaking good. And then I have The Zodiac. It's all about the Zodiac Killer. Sharp Objects, Room, She's Gone, My Sister the Serial Killer, Listen for the Lie, that I've heard is really, really good too. And then I cannot pronounce that, but that is a book in the Will Trent series, and I'm actually watching Will Trent on Hulu. And I have this cute little Days Till We Are Mr. and Mrs. sign that I'm supposed to be counting down, but I don't have any chalk to write on it. So she just hangs out there for decoration. My friend gave it to me after her wedding. And then we have another shelf full of thrillers. The Partner, False Witness, Behind Her Eyes, that I've had forever. I watched the Netflix series and I wanted to forget about it, and I think it's been long enough that I have forgotten about it. The Last Thing He Told Me, The Husband's Secret, Big Little Lies, The Hunting Party, The Surgeon, The Kept Woman, Pretty Baby, The Chain, that I've heard is just messed up. And then the rest of my Frida McFadden collection that I have not read yet, that I have. The Surrogate Mother, Do Not Disturb, The Wife Upstairs, and The Perfect Son. And then another cute little plant that I got from Walgreens that my cats definitely have nibbled on. And we continue into a shelf full of more thrillers. I have a cute little rainbow Bud Light tap handle for Pride Month. I absolutely love her. Shiver, Survive the Night, The Club, Dark Places, The Da Vinci Code. I never read that. Everyone keeps telling me it'd be up my alley though. The Woman in the Window, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, 3 Perfect Liars, An Anonymous Girl, All the Dangerous Things, The Guest List, Hidden Pictures, and One of Us is Dead. Do I have 2 of The Guest List? No, I don't. I have The Hunting Party and The Paris Apartment. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And then I have another picture of me and my fiance and a cute little family decor that his mother gave me. There's actually a really cute note on the back. But these are like memoir / fantasy books. So I have Going After Casio, I don't know how to pronounce that, Lucky, Running with Scissors, A Million Little Pieces, Magic, that's actually my fiance's book, Priory of the Orange Tree. Listen, I want to read this so bad. I am so afraid. 800 pages, are you freaking kidding me? But I'll get to her. Powerless is still on my TBR, I know. The Alchemist, A Touch of Darkness, and The First to Die at the End. And then last but not least, I'm actually going to do these two shelves at the same time because these are all books here, classic books for my wedding decor, all down on this shelf and half of the shelf. And then I have the Maze Runner series here that I read the first one and I need to reread it to reread all the other ones because I thrifted all of them. And then a cute little home sweet home sign. That was literally the most exhausting thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. Like, my voice is hoarse, my throat is dry, I literally could not stop coughing just because of how much I was talking. I wonder how many books I have. Should I count them? I'm gonna count them. I'm gonna count them. All right, I am back from counting all of my books. And if you guys have a guess as to how many books I have, please let me know in the comments. Lock your answer in right now because I am just, it's so many and I don't know how it got like this. I have 364 books, literally almost a book a day for a year. Granted, some of them are like decorations for my wedding, but 364 books nonetheless. That is actually insane. I might have a problem, but it's totally fine. And that doesn't even include everything I have on my Kindle. But we're just talking physical books here. So, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what kind of content you want to see from me. Hopefully I'll be getting back to uploading somewhat semi-regularly. Please bear with me. It's been a lot lately, but I will see you guys next time.